cells on an empty frame.
I don't know what's in the bee's head.
No, I mean, how do you know they're going to not build regular cells?
Because they almost never do. As long as they've got enough other cells.
Oh, okay.
This is not going to be much protection.
You're only going to stand here. You're not going to get closer than around here. And don't stand in the front. You don't stand in front because that's their flyway.
Yeah, that's the like that.
Yeah, I don't really need that. If a bee
I
gets
never
in
had
there,
it
it's
on
worse
before.
than having it on.
I see there's a lot of bees.
Yeah, the hive on the left is the only one that has bees in it right now. And you can see them coming and going out of the
Oh,
bottom.
those
there.
are plastic.
Yep. Yeah, she wanted those instead of the traditional wooden ones. These have a little bit of insulation inside too, so in the wintertime it's better for the bees. Annette looks like she's wearing a spacesuit.
Yeah.
Looks like an astronaut.
Hazmat looking too. What's she gonna do?
She's going to open it up and take frames out, looking for eggs and brood and
Just to inspect it, or
yeah, to see if there's enough brood in there, so that because she eventually wants to split it, she'll take part of them, and then another. If she isolates that a certain number of frames, she'll then transfer them over into that other hive, and they'll make their own new queen. So then she'll have two hives. But she's going to open up both boxes, the upper and lower box, and pull out the frames, and you'll see the bees on the frame and everything. And may or may not see the queen. The queen is kind of sometimes hard to distinguish, but the queen is a little bit bigger than the other bees.
So easy to
So
spot.
it's easier to spot, but she doesn't always see it when she goes in there because there's just so many bees. She pull out the frame, and each side of the frame will be covered with bees.
They glue everything down.
Look at all this bee. What is that one she's putting?
It's just water. If she wets them, it calms them down a little bit. She'll probably start prying out frames. The
To
frames
take-
are just these vertical. She has to loosen them up because the beeswax and stuff sort of glues them in. I think there's 6 or 8 frames in each box.
And there's 2 boxes in there.
Yeah, there's 2 boxes.
they're very calm. You'd think they'd go crazy. She's interrupting their whole colony. They don't. If you're casual about it, they don't get too crazy. Wow,
That's
cool.
where they're
Yeah.
building honeycomb and stuff on them. not as many bees on that frame as I would have thought. Maybe that's one they're building out, because they first build out in beeswax all the little cells, but the queen lays eggs in the cells, and those, you know, turn into larvae and then bees.
The queen travels around. To
Oh,
all
she has to. I mean, she deposits eggs in those cells.
I thought the workers carried them.
No,
around.
no, no. She deposits them. The queen roams all over the place in there. As she gets to the center of the hive, there'll probably be more and more bees on the frames. Yeah, see, look at that.
Oh,
See,
wow.
that's
Look
covered.
at that. Covered with bees on that one.
Gene, you seeing bees on the frame she's lifting out there?
Wow, that's a lot of bees.
They've hatched out of there. So this is all going to be future bees. These are all bee eggs.
So there are a lot of eggs there, Annette?
Yeah, there's a lot of eggs. And it's in the second box, so they need more space.
So it's better than the last time you looked
Oh,
in?
yeah, definitely better. And look at this. This whole side is covered.
That one looks better than the first one she
You-
took out.
yeah, you're gonna have to put another box on today?
Yep. But I'm ready for.
Well, you can just take one of those, right?
Yeah. Look at that. It's wall to wall eggs.
So if she didn't do that, they would have to go somewhere else.
They could swarm. If the
Too
lacks room, the queen will
gotta go.
leave and the bees will follow. And a couple years ago, they did that. She didn't have enough space, and they swarmed. And I was out here, and I heard this constant buzzing, and I'm thinking, what the heck is that? From over there, I could hear it. And way on the top of this maple tree here, you could see a whole clump
Bunch
of
of-
bees up there, because the queen had flown up there, and then all the bees clump
Just go-
around
yeah.
her.
Do they all
And
go
then
at
they're
one
gone,
time?
and they're, yeah, pretty
So this
well.
was- this was
Not
almost-
all of them. Maybe half the hive would leave with the queen, but that hive was shot after
Then it's
that.
go- She's gonna hold it. That's cool.
They're flying around us. They're a little upset because we're disrupting.
Look at chicken. Chicken bee, dude.
Those baby birds.
Yes, they're busy finishing building this. Set up this box to be able to move onto the hive, starting a new hive here. So what I want to do is get some food for them first.
So she's gonna be putting.
That's what they call.
What is she doing right now?
She's
The queen is a little too big. She can't get
She's-
back.
she's gonna try and make it so that she can take some of the
Bee.
frames from the other one and put
And
them
move
over
it
in
that
this
one.
one. Just because there's no bees at all in there, but there is some honey, I guess, that they can have for food.
This has got
Oh,
honey.
Yeah, she's showing her the honey right now.
And this is even capped honey right here. This is older honey that was wintered over from last winter, but it's fine food for the bees to eat.
put some of that honey and stuff in there, and then she's gonna move some of the other frames with bees into that box, and I guess put it on this
Here's
hive
another,
here.
I see.
another that they're going to.
There he is.
Another.
Getting ready for another island swim, Gary?
So what I'm doing here is I'm moving wintered over honey into this box where I'm setting up to start a new colony. So and I should be able to put 3 frames in here.
Birds in there,
Yes, but I don't know, the chickadees that were yelling at us seem to have gone away.
Actually, Bob, can you give me a frame from the greenhouse
the
that's
little ones
empty,
around there.
nothing in it? Give me-
Completely open frame?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Maybe.
Like this. So that I tried not to move the queen, and then I put the excluder on overnight, and then the nurse bees go up there overnight, and then tomorrow morning I
Oh,
go.
then you're gonna move it tomorrow morning?
Yes.
Okay,
So
yes.
I'm gonna have 3
Because
boxes.
I
on
thought
here
you
for-
didn't care where the queen wound up.
Well, but if I can avoid it, I
Yeah,
will.
Thought she couldn't find the queen.
she can't, but she's the frame she takes out, she'll make sure the queen isn't on and put that thing on so that the queen stays below. And then then tomorrow she'll move the box above over to the other hive.
What's going on?
So there was no point where you were nervous? Even that won't piss him off?
So you just trying to move brood?
No, I'm trying to move the nurse bees off of the brood.
Well, if you're sweeping all the bees off, then you're not moving any bees.
Well, they're going to go through overnight through the excluder and go back on. But
Oh,
this way-
okay.
Hey, baby, move on this side. Ah.
So see, there's lots of brood on there.
Good.
Seems like that would make him pretty mad.
Well, there's different strains of bees. These are the Saskatraz bees, right?
Correct.
They're more docile. There's Italian bees that are a little more.
Yeah. Well, they don't look agitated. Surprising to me.
Strong queen. This is a nice one. But there's room in there, so I think I'll leave that.
Cells on an empty frame.
I don't know what's in the bee's head.
No, I mean, how do you know they're going to not build regular cells?
Because they almost never do. As long as they've got enough other cells.
Oh,
then
okay.